now I'm headed to, hey, guess what, the Benz meet in Orchard Beach. So guys, check in for that next video right now. Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. All right, guys, so I made it out to Orchard Beach. Orchard Beach, this is in Bronx. I guess we're pretty close to City Island. I just left the JS Motor Club meet, and now I'm gonna hang out with some Benz crew guys. So actually wasn't too far away from it, so we're the first arrivals. I pretty much came here on time. Usually I try to be late, but a couple of cars that showed up already. We have a couple of W213s, W205 Verts, C43s, and everything like that, and even the older model C classes and everything like that, and even though the CLS too, which is super cool. Definitely like this. Love this one. It's actually really clean. But a couple more people gonna come out. I'm gonna just try to hang around here for a bit, see what else pops up. But it's actually quite a nice day. We have a nice overcast, but it isn't beaming and burning, so we'll see how it turns out, and I can't wait to see. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the interior of this is such high end. This looks super freaking clean. Super clean. Love it. Love it, man. Super clean. Woo. With the two-tone, looks really good, man. Told you, like I said in the last video, man, I think they did the coupe version of the C63, the rear end, way more aggressive looking. Because look, 1, 2, way more aggressive looking. I really wish I had a regular W205 sedan over there to compare it to. It's just not as aggressive as just the rear end of the coupes, man. But remember, one of the first things I did when I got my C63 was, you see the little part right here, these little winglets? They're not painted, they're actually just regular plastic black, and with sun, they always fade. So I actually ended up getting that painted, and I had this part gray. This is actually black. I actually painted all of that black. So that was black, and then I had the lip under it, which actually went quite well with it. But I've never really seen this color combo. This is like a bluish, grayish combo on black and red. So that's actually something different I've never seen before. But it actually goes quite well with the setup. It's not often you see something like this, so it definitely stands out. Probably gonna have some demonetization on it. Hopefully it don't hit too much. But I also want to show you guys the Mercedes coupe, non-drop top. And I always like the back of this car too. We got music everywhere. We got Puerto Ricans out here. Boricuas out here rolling deep. We have, once again, look at the rear end. Nice and aggressive. Look at that. Of the arches, where they actually drop the arch. And it's just the whole. Definitely love it, because it gives it the coupe drop top style without even making it a drop top. So it's always super cool seeing that. Interior is really clean too. It's really clean, still looking really good. Well enough kept. You don't find that too often. This one's nice and clean. Wow, it looks really good. Big boy. You know, these were one of the first cars too of the C class. Once they were deciding to put the V8 in, because before, the one before this, I believe it was the C42, you guys can correct me. I think it was the C42, which they added the small displacement V8 from when they were going from the C32 to C36. But correct me in the comments, but this isn't the first time they put a V8 in here. But when they did this, I think they did something special. The chassis was super light, this car was super snappy, and honestly, it sounds freaking amazing. This body style, the W204, with the V8 is super amazing, man. And I like the short chassis, man. And it's still very much up to date and very clean, man. 6 pistons in front, 4 in the rear. Interior still looks great, well kept. Love it. Definitely love it, man. So this is another car that you don't see quite often, is a CLA 45. Now, this little bastard is fast. I definitely like the interior. They did a great job designing the interior, two-tone, very high quality. Definitely like it. The color, usually Benz don't usually add too much outside colors, because look, there's so much white cars. Then there's a gray one, then there's black. and this is them usually kind of getting out their comfort zone with like a blue or even a green, and sometimes they even may add a red or some kind of red, but they usually make those in such small quantities that it's mainly just white, black, and gray. That's really it. So I definitely like to look at this car, and I always love, this is when I believe when they first started changing up the grill, when they actually put the grills upside down. Usually with a certain year, they usually have the grill sitting up from wide to smaller, wide to smaller, wide to smaller, wide to smaller. All of them, the grills are wide to smaller. But when they want to start changing up their front end to have more of the Piranha front end, they have smaller to wide with the grill. And of course, they still have a very similar front end, how they have the scoops over here, well, it gets wider and wider there. They have that on majority of their vehicles over time, even with the C-Class, even with the GLAs, even with the SLSs, even with the W213s and the W205s. They always have the front bumpers designed a certain way. So they really have some kind of similar characteristics through the years on how their front ends are designed. But even now on the 2022 models, the 2022, 23 models, non-AMG cars, the front ends literally look about the same as the older AMG models. So they're sticking with what actually was already look like it works and just making it better. We have some NYC swagger here. Boobies make us smile. Definitely look good. Definitely some swagger. Definitely make it stand out. Oh, we got orange down there too. That's pretty cool. Like she painted it. That's kind of cool. Closed really well with BC Forge wheels. I know it's not as tasteful. I'm not so much a fan of that print, that hydro dip over some of the spots that's usually black, but it flows with them in its own character, how it actually looks like, so I get it. Also next to another E63 like this one with the rotofoam wheel, just keep it simple and black. The fitment is really good on this. The fitment is really good. We have another CLS over here, a red one. Like I said, you don't really see red too often. Black interior, Mold 63S with the carbon fiber lip. Hey, you got the license plate hider right there. Angry or AM Angry S. I should really get a vanity plate. All I've been seeing today is vanity plates. TG63, Angry 63. Like, I have C63, the 63 in my license plate. But it's actually 6360 because I had the Q60 too. But now I see a W205 C63. I do miss this car because it was my first AMG. And the crazy part is, after seeing so much, repeat guys, after seeing so much C63s, I think my C63 was lowered. Just hear me out. Because every C63 I've seen since then, they usually have a lot of wheel gap and everything like that. I was on 18-inch wheels on like a 255 tire and a 245/40 tire, 265 tire, and my tire or space wasn't even that much. So I think mine was actually lowered, but when I checked the springs out, it wasn't as low. But so I cheaped out. I didn't get the carbon interior with the race seats. When I was looking at the GT63s, the one that popped up was a blue one, and it had the carbon interior with the race seats, and it was pretty much fully loaded. It was going for like $97,000, but of course that's way out of my budget. And it had, but that one, the one that I liked, didn't come with the carbon ceramics. It actually came with the regular ones, which was the cheaper way of going. But in this case, this one's fully probably specced out. I'm definitely liking it. Clean with the gray, the black everywhere. Oh my God, looking really good, looking really good. Yeah, it's his car. So definitely. All right, so if you guys don't already know, AMG NYC's car isn't stock, even though it's white and it's low like mine's. He has black boost intakes. He has pure 1000 turbos, downpipes, and meth injection. Does have 2-piece rotors for the front and, well, not the rear, but just the front. and he's tuned, I believe, on Eurocharge. The car dynoed somewhere right around 800 to 850 wheel on 93 fuel. So the car makes a hell of a lot of power. Also remember racing him when my car was having this issue where it kept on going into limp mode. But for making 800 more power, the car is right around 6130s in the low sixes, I believe high fives. So it's really good. I don't know if he's ever going to go on E85 in the future, but it's a setup. If I do want to choose to stay with the W213, I could just go with pure turbos. You see where the turbos sit? The turbos sit right there. All you got to do is just lift the heat shield, move most of its components, and just slap the turbos right on. Like, it's not even nothing crazy to really do. And just get it retuned for 93. You can still be on stock pumps, upper high pressure fuel pumps on the top, and you can upgrade a low pressure fuel pump in the tank. But outside of that, just needed tuning really outside of that. But I miss a nice shiny car, because look how clean it is. It's shiny. Look at my car. It's dusty. It's disgusting. Like, and seeing, here's another thing too. You could actually see that this car is the color that comes from factory. It's the matte from the factory itself. And look at the wrap. My wrap literally looks like more like a frosty white. I would rather the soft white cream color look than that. Because look, that's these are both factory paint. Factory paint, shiny, dull factory paint, or the matte factory paint compared to this one. Come on. Like, even that white looks a lot more creamy. So I really wish it was more of a wrap like that or that kind of color. So this color has to go. And it's going to be silver, but it's going to be the bright silver. And there's no bright silver here. There's mainly that gray, and you have that gray, which is the typical Mercedes gray, but it's the light silver, like that color. All right, everybody, so I made it back to Brooklyn. So once again, shout out to the whole AMG NYC crew. Nice meet out in Orchard Beach in the Bronx. It was actually really nice out there. You know, you have to pay $10 to get in there and everything like that, but it's better to go somewhere where you can have guaranteed parking, don't have to deal with police or any BS, where you can go and play music and not really act a fool, but it was actually really nice. And it was good to see some newer people in the Mercedes AMG community. It's a lot bigger than from what I saw. It's just that AMG doesn't run as deep as BMWs in NYC. I just noticed and I see that. But, you know, nonetheless, it was really good to see people from the community. You can add me at BoostedMotion.g, Facebook. Also, send an email at boostedmotion@gmail.com. Otherwise than that, guys, I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also, on top of that, if you want to purchase some Boosted Motion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you.